Okay, so I've been working on a customer's van for the last 2 days on their electrics. The van came to me and pretty poor electrics, installed by a professional, not the customer. He had someone fit it and really just did a really bad and unsafe job. So let me show you what I've been working on. I've installed everything you see here. Alright. So start off with two 95 amp hours AGM batteries, wired together in parallel, negative to negative, positive to positive. Hope you can hear me. Positive of one, negative of the other. Both goes to these bus bars. Let's do the positive side first, shall we? So positive, this is where the power comes into this bus bar. Coming off of that, I've got that's the solar charge controller, goes into here, so that's obviously feeding through the batteries. So power goes in here. Let's do the out first. That's an in from the solar. Out, we've got going to this breaker here. This is the breaker for the DC to DC charger. This cable here goes to this relay breaker. This cable here goes to this breaker, which is the solar charge controller. Sometimes I take the solar charge controller straight back to the battery, but I mean it gets there anyway, right? Okay, and similar to the Ducato, power comes from here to a breaker. This is a 30 amp, but I want at least a 50 amp here. I'm going to suggest that we replace that one. It's only a 30 amp. Goes to an isolated switch, which goes to two fuse boxes for all the positives for the appliances, and this is a bus bar for all the negative for all the appliances. This one here is earth to the chassis of the van. This is the earth for DC to DC charger. The MPPT solar charge controller has also got its earth on there. When I say earth, I mean ground points. You know, it's the same thing. It's different but same. This inverter gets its power through them leads from positive and negative from here. I'm going to suggest that we put a breaker in that line as well between the power and the inverter. Haven't got one on there yet. The inverter's all working. This is the consumer unit for the mains. This is a switch which switches between mains power and the inverter. I'm going to leave that on 2 until he's plugged in. So I thought I'd just show another way of wiring up your electrics. Important that it's done safely. Got these covers to cover over here. I'll do them when the customer's back. I really enjoy working on 12-volt electrics. It looks quite complicated, all that stuff, if you've not done it before, but once you get the basics, it is pretty simple, really. But so anyway, just thought I'd show you another 12-volt setup that I did on a customer's job. It's taken me 2 days. Really quickly wanted to show you another 12-volt setup I did. It might help, it might not. If you can think of another way of improving that, let me know. We are going to be doing more work on that van. I think the customer would like a Victron mains battery charger for when plugged in onto a campsite into shore power, mains power. So I'm sure we'll revisit this van at some point, but it's looking good, that van. Anyway, see you soon guys, bye bye.